Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Matt and welcome back to Crypto Kings. And today's video, we're going to be talking about a brand new Shiba Inu announcement that just came out. I think you guys are going to want to see this, and we're going to get into some price action as well. So make sure to drop a like and subscribe if you guys want more daily Shib vids, and let's get right into it. So if you guys haven't seen this awesome announcement here, essentially this is from the official Shib token, Twitter here. And basically what they are showing is just an array of light bulbs and like scenic kind of views. There's really not much that we can gather, information wise from this clip. It's just kind of a really artsy, kind of like film studio looking thing. But there's a set of letters here, and that set of letters looks to be WV. It's kind of like a logo. It's really well blended into the background, but there doesn't seem to be a lot of consensus on what this actually is. So essentially what I think this has done in terms of price is driven it up. So when we take a look at Shib right now, you guys can see we are officially back over 40. I actually talked about this in my last video. I said, guys, it looks like we are near the end of this falling wedge here, and I think this announcement was able to trigger the reversal. So we finish off this falling wedge, and you guys can see it looks as if we have started the beginning of a brand new reversal of that trend. Right now, up around 1% on the 24 hours, but again, this is up a great deal from earlier in the day in which we were very, very low. In terms of market cap, again, 22.5 billion, which is definitely awesome, putting us back at number 12 here on the list, finally once again passing crypto.com. When we take a look at our volume, it is up still a ton, up 107% over the past 24 hours, putting us at over $4 billion here in volume, and that is, still peanuts compared to the amount of volume that we had seen in the past previous couple of weeks, but regardless, definitely worth noting. But you know what else is worth noting, guys? Webull. Make sure to check it out. Top of the link down below in the description. It is so easy to do. If you guys want to start trading stocks, crypto, all that good stuff, including Shib, you guys can do that with my link at the top of the description. Make sure to go over there and give it a look. So again, guys, I'm very curious to know what you guys think of this announcement. Definitely do make sure to tweet me over here at Matt Garbarino on Twitter if you guys want to check this out. Again, it is Matt Garbarino. You guys can see it there on screen as well. So when we dive into our graph, again, what we are working with here, folks, looks to be the end of a falling wedge. And this falling wedge has been very clearly outlined here from around the 19th. And you guys can see we start heading down. We start getting much lower highs and of course much lower lows, and this is bound to happen for only a certain amount of time, because with just about any asset out there, when something like this happens, typically there will be a reversal, because generally it can't just drop forever. And in the same fashion, something can't just rise forever with an ascending wedge that typically will lead, to some kind of bearish movement. In the same way that an ascending wedge can be bearish, a falling wedge in this instance, headed all the way again from the top here all the way down, something like this is going to reach a point in which, it sort of consolidates in the middle at a certain spot and breaks out. And again, that would be the typical movement, I think, if we didn't see this announcement today on Twitter, which kind of triggered this reversal a lot faster. So I definitely do think this was a good time to release that announcement, because I think it ended this falling wedge movement and was able to start some kind of reversal a little bit earlier on. But this falling wedge is not just right now. I mean, really, this falling wedge could extend, in theory, all the way back to late October, because you guys can see, it essentially goes really like clockwork, and we sort of consolidate at this one spot. So the question is, will we finally see, a very dramatic, exponential rise all the way back up to the mid 50s and the 60s again? It is very possible. Do I think it is going to happen? It's hard to say. It's a scenario that could occur, but again, everything we say is just a guess. Again, this would be a lot of volume. We would need an awful lot of buy volume to make something like this happen. And of course, with Thanksgiving coming up and stuff, I don't know if people are, maybe as interested in, their investments, this particular weekend as they would be in another weekend. So, I don't know if we will have the buy volume necessary to trigger something like this. But regardless, even if that doesn't happen, we could just work our way up a little bit. Again, finding this reversal and, maybe we bounce around a bit and consolidate somewhere around, the high or mid 40s. I do think that is probably a more realistic option. And if that was the case, we could see some level of consolidation go on for a few days, a few weeks. It is very hard to say, but, a region of consolidation like this, I think, is probably the most reasonable scenario, given the fact that that tweet, of course, from the official SHIB token account has been, rather helpful in instigating the rise of this movement here. Again, a reversal of that falling wedge. When we check our relative strength index, you guys know I always love to do here on the channel. You guys can see we start off in a period where we are oversold, which, like I mentioned in one of my last videos, is kind of the indicator of a breakout, of course. Once you are oversold, you are essentially giving the green light for people to rebuy, because right now, at this current moment, right when we are oversold, according to current market conditions, there is too much sell volume. So we reach that spot in which we are oversold, and then you guys can see we blast way through 50, putting us near the higher end of the relative strength index, making it slightly more on, the buying side, but definitely still manageable. So if we could stay somewhere within these limits here, somewhere within the 70 region, we could definitely bounce, from around, 40-ish to maybe 42, 43, and kind of just hang out there for a little bit. That is, I think the most hopeful scenario right now. When we check the Fibonacci retracement, which is going to give us all of the most recent data from the most recent run. So of course, as you guys can see here, we have the bottom here at all the way around 35 and the top at around 46. And what essentially this is showing us is that we have used all of this information from the fib. We have blasted through the 23.6% line here. We've used that as a launch pad to get all the way up to around the 50% line. So right now, we've essentially recuperated 50% of the losses from here to here. That's basically how this works. So from 46 all the way down to 36, we have recuperated about 50% of that. So if we can hang out around here, of course, I do think that would be ideal. Is it possible that we slip and, continue to bounce in the late 30s? That is also possible. And again, we do have the 23.6% line as a little bit of a base that we could use to build off of. So we could easily bounce off of this line if given the opportunity. So all around, guys, again, definitely a great announcement. Couldn't have been released really at a better time because on the day, again, you guys can see it has made a lot of progress from where it was at around 36 all the way now to 40, 41, 42. So definitely at a good spot right now, and it definitely does look to finally complete that falling wedge. So again, make sure to check out the Twitter, guys. Let me know what you think about this. Tweet me and tell me your thoughts. Definitely do check out Webull, guys. Top of the link down below in the description. I appreciate you guys so much for watching. My name is Matt. See you guys on the next one. Peace.